Pisces, Aries, to your October 3rd through the 10th reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay. Best message coming out. Got some solitude going on right now with a little Virgo energy. Taking some time out, conserving your energy and dealing with one thing at a time as you follow the prompts from within. When it comes to the moments of quiet inner solitude, it really isn't about quantity, it's about the quality that counts. Okay. Yep, communication. Having the memories of love could be a soulmate connection. Communication with the memories of love, feeling like you're being a little nostalgic at this time as you are sitting in solitude, getting yourself into the knowing where your passions are ignited. So it does feel like there's some nostalgic things going on within yourself, having communication, and it feels like you could be either communicating, just thinking, right? Nostalgic things that's keeping you away from other people. You might even be interacting a little bit with other people about nostalgic things off and on, but it's really keeping you in the knowing of where your passions really are ignited, with the one of, the Ace of Wands over here. So it's kind of like, this is where I'm inspired to do things, but why are you so nostalgic? What are these memories of love? It's almost like you're thinking, keeping yourself in hermit mode because of, and as you are doing so, you are having all these memories coming back. Clarify on that is feeling like there's no passion. There's something going on over here, my friends. Feeling like there is no passion. I feel this is definitely related to someone else. I feel like you're in quiet mode because you feel like someone is not giving you the passion that you need. So it's not giving you the motivation to want to go towards them, but as you are keeping yourself silent and kind of away from them, you're having this kind of like nostalgic feelings of the way it used to be, the way it used to give you passion, the way they were passionate towards you. It feels like there's no real activity going on over here. Yeah, for a lot of you, it's just avoiding conflict as well. Feeling like there's a lot of diversity within this relationship. This is definitely a relationship. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you're actually respecting them by taking hermit mode, because they do want to be so argumentative. They do want to be so challenging. It's almost to the point where it's like we can't even agree to disagree. So it's actually better if I just kind of go to my room, go to my space, stay quiet. But I think that there is a deep peace within you that says, I just wish that we could be where we were before. I think the more that you kind of hermit out, the more it makes you remember. And you're in the knowing now of where your passions are ignited, what you really truly want within a relationship. Yeah. A lot of you, even if you're in a relationship, you could even be married, but you feel very single. And friends, if you're not hiding out, it could be them hiding out. It could be even, you could feel like they're always hiding out from you. The energies could be interchangeable. It could be vice versa. But however it is, I do feel like you're very alone, like you're very single, right? I could be married, but I feel very single because, they're always hiding out, or I always hide out from them, so we don't have disagreements. Maybe you guys hide out from each other. They go to their room, I go over here to the couch, however it is. But it does feel like you are in the knowing that this is how it feels. But you also are in the knowing that you do know that you are going to have rewards. So no matter what it's saying, you know what, I still have my job, I still have my money, I still have my luxuries, I'm still self-sufficient, right? Even though this is happening within my life of this situation with this friend or this roommate or this lover or whoever it is, family member, it could be anybody, I still know who I am, and I still know that I'm still self-sufficient enough to be able to, you know, make my grass green where this is not green, right? I still have my rewards. Yeah, even through the conflict. Yep, there it is. Even through the conflict and all the disagreements and all the competition and all the things that are going on, I know who I am and I know where I'm standing, and I'm standing strong. You might even be traveling away. You might even be taking vacation away, retreat, because of the conflict. There could have been some sneaky behavior. You could feel like this person's nothing but a bully. They always want to come at you, right? To argue with you. With the passions ignited, it's just about you being in hangman mode and really pausing and surrendering, knowing that something is going on, and knowing that there, with your deep insight of being in solitude mode, it's almost like you know that even though I'm having these nostalgic feelings of the way it used to be, it's like you're pausing to surrender, to let go for your own passions ignited. So I do feel like a lot of you are thinking about walking away from this situation, getting out of this situation. It's not serving me, and I think that, you know, as you're enlightening yourself as in hermit mode, you are definitely seeing the differences when you're in the nostalgic area and really coming to the conclusion of knowing what the differences are within this relationship. For a lot of you, you don't feel like this could come back, and you pretty much know that because the way the communication is nowhere the way it used to be. And you could have been dealing this for quite a while. Some of you have a new love coming in. But however it is, it's giving yourself compassion and really being in the knowing again. As she's looking deep in that cup, she knows, right, intuitively, that I need to take care of myself. I'm nurturing and healing myself from the situation because there's no more going back to this. It just feels like it's a done deal. You're trying to comfort yourself, and I feel like a lot of you in solitude mode, that's exactly what you're doing in a lot of ways. Being still, being calm, and comforting yourself, right? Where you feel like you're out in the cold within the situation as they, you know, ignore you. And it does feel like a lot of times that's exactly what they're doing. They're ignoring you, and if they're not ignoring me, then they want to argue with me. It's almost to the point where it's like, what do you want? If they come around, it's almost like, what do you want? So you have the mental clarity and understanding of what's going on within this situation. And it does feel like no matter what, they always want to make some kind of new conflict out of something. And you're having this awareness of that this is what it is. If it isn't, they're still trying to disagree and argue on what yesterday situation was, they'll come up with a new conflict with the Ace of Swords and say, well, we can bitch and complain about this today. And it's almost to the point, I feel, that it gets to the point where it's like, well, what do you want to bitch and complain about today? Because if you're coming to talk to me, that's all it seems like you're doing. So what are we bitching about today? What did I not do? Did I not take out the trash? I didn't wash the car. I didn't nod my head, or you didn't hear me right when you spoke. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just something. But it's like nitpicking. Now it just feels like it's becoming, the new conflicts are just nitpicking things just so they can kind of bully you, just so that they have something bitchy to say. Right? So you're having this disappointment and you're really looking for the Two of Cups behind you. And the only way that I feel like you can really look for the Two of Cups behind you is by actually what? Going into hermit mode. Because when you are by yourself and you are in this solitude, this, like I said, this is where your passions are ignited. This is when you become in the knowing and you're starting to say, you know what, this is not good. I don't think this is going to return way. Does not mean I don't love them. It just means that I understand what's going on, and you start having to heal yourself from this situation. But you're kind of keeping hope and faith, I think, for a lot of you, that this will fix itself. This will go back the way it used to be. But I think in the knowing, I mean, we'll get the knowing card, guys. I'm telling you, you know deep down inside that all the hope and faith and all the things to try to heal this situation, you know it's exactly where it is. Sitting in your quiet truth and power. Yeah, moodiness. Knowing that they're just moody. Could be dealing with I want to say Taurus. I don't know why I wanted to say Taurus. Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Gemini, moodiness, disappointment. They could be doing all of this out of jealousy. Who knows? All of a sudden, maybe just jealousy just popped out. Maybe that's their new conflict out of nowhere, right? And a lot of it, it just feels like, yeah, some of it just feels like it could be their overactive imagination, because it just feels like if it was jealousy tomorrow, then it's like, I don't even know where the hell you got that. You just imagine that shit. Right? What, you're jealous because I'm in hermit mode? What are you hiding? My emotions. I'm hiding out from you, and I'm keeping my emotions to myself. What do you mean, what am I hiding? I'm hiding from you. So there is a lot of movement and action over here, but I think it's the departure, and the movement and action is mostly in your mind, guys. It's of how you're starting to feel like maybe I need to part ways with them and find a new path, because you just don't feel this is healthy, and you don't feel like it's getting better. If anything, it looks like it's, look, if they're starting to get an overactive imagination just coming at you nitpicking about shit now, and now it's getting worse, right? The throat chakra, I mean, that's literally just could have been all right there in that communication area. Could have put them there. Doesn't matter, because you know that's what they're doing. Yeah. Conflict, self-centered, acting jealousy. There it is again, jealousy, smothering you. But it just feels like they're smothering you with nonsense. Smothering you with combativeness. Oh, absolutely. No sunshine. It's just all storm. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Causing, it's also, yeah, I see that. A lot of your solitude is also from depression and sadness, because they're being careless with your heart. They're being careless with their words. They're being careless with the way that they're communicating towards you. And it feels like, well, I was overly optimistic about the situation, and it just feels like it's not going that way. So now it just feels like they don't, I hate to say that, but it feels like they just don't give a damn. Yeah, they have lack of direction, and you feel like you're in a lack of direction. It's almost like I'm having nostalgia over here, and I really want them to love me the way they did before, or be my friend, or however, whoever, whatever this is. It really does feel like a love situation. But it does feel like you are getting rid of those self-limiting beliefs of this returning back to the way it was, because they're creating so much conflict with the Page of Wands. And I think that you do. I think you do procrastinate to say anything. I think it does take you a minute before you want to engage or say anything, because you don't know how they're going to take it. So we do have, it feels like the painful ending, and there's a lot of deep wounds over here. Okay. And let's see what the universe has for you over here. Spirit says, make sure that you are exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. You know, you're already the Nine of Pentacles, so just work on what it is that you need to work on to keep yourself luxurious, to keep yourself stable and sufficient. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through your physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising, and it'll become its own reward. So what Spirit is saying is, after you're done in your place of healing, in your solitude mode, right, find other things to do, you know, that increase your vitality and increase yourself, right? You know they're not coming back around to do the things that you want to do. So it looks like you're going to have to, you know, exercise your own things so that, you know, you can get back to how you feel and you know, really have those passions ignited within yourself. Okay. Okay. Especially since all they want to do pretty much is just kind of argue with you. Let's grab a soul coaching card over here and see. Give us another thing, please. Miracles. My life is a miracle. So just keep telling yourself that your life is a miracle. You can get out of this. You can go, you know, go do the things that you need to do, and that, you know, you don't have to be. So remember, because you're self-sufficient. It's going to end up about you, right? If your soul contract is over, then you are ready to receive whatever new cycle is ready for you, right? Inspiration. I am receiving divine inspiration right now. Absolutely. And breakthroughs. I soar like love, light, and joy, because I don't have to put up with this. I can find the peace within myself. I can move forward. You know, after, like I said, after you're healing, after you're doing whatever it is you're doing. Like, they don't want to take the action. They don't want to be on your side. You know, just remember, life isn't over. If anything, after the tower, life begins again, right? In a new phase, in a new cycle. Like I said, a lot of you, I do see this new soul contract coming through. I do see that. It could be with a Libra. What do I got here? Libra, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. So until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.